He then called to his first sergeant and said, "Sergeant Blackwell, I need your presence." Sergeant Blackwell quickly approached Captain Starr. "Sergeant Blackwell reporting as ordered, sir," she responded. "Sergeant, I need this whole area checked for a possible lead on who or what attacked this Blazer unit. Also, gather a few men for barrier duty. I want a full report when you're finished," he ordered. "Yes, sir, right away," she replied. She then went to perform the orders which Captain Starr had given. George turned to Tom and said, "I need some time alone, Tom." "All right, Captain," he said. "I'll be back in a few hours." "You're in charge," said Starr. He walked into the forest into a small stream nearby. He was distressed about the killing of his shipmates. He reached down and picked up a twig from the ground. He then looked out across the forest while thinking to himself, "Death is all around me. But why do I feel like I've been here before? And what about Susan and Frank? Are they still alive?" he thought. "I came here to find excitement, but I only find death." And that's a brief segment taken from the book at the very beginning of it. And you'll notice it's entitled Domino Age 2, The Dragon People. There's another book before this that I still have in a screenplay format. It was originally an ebook back in 1998, and this one was also an ebook in 1999. But I went ahead and put it in print format in 2004 because I wanted to try to push it, at least try to put a pitch out there for potential producers, like I said earlier, and perhaps get it turned into a movie. Because if you check the Hollywood, the movie goers these days, the movie makers, you pretty much see a trend going on. They're pretty much making the same movie over again and again. And it's either sequels or prequels or trilogies. I mean, each franchise pretty much doing the same film 4 and 5, sometimes 7 times. And I was pretty much thinking, I said, well, this might be the time that Hollywood or some producer out there that's looking for something fresh, something different. And I think Domino Age 2, The Dragon People will make a very good movie. I mean, everyone I've let read my book, they said this is something that should be visual. Even my proofreader, when she read the original manuscript, that's this one over here, when she read this, she said, Willie, this is something that needs to be visual because the way you describe the characters and the scenery. And that was the original idea when I first sat down to write it, that I wanted to be maybe someday, hopefully, a movie, something you can see on the big screen. If not, somebody else do it, and I can do it in an animation format. That's one reason why I push myself to learn as much about animation as possible, and hopefully someday to get there. Well, I'm gonna show you some more illustrations that I've done, original illustrations and paintings, and I hope you enjoy them. Because at the time I've done the illustration, it gave me inspiration, encouragement. It enhanced my creative ability to be able to communicate on paper as well as visually. And now that I do digital animation, it also keeps me pretty much inspired there too. Well, let's get started. What we got here is a sketch pad. I'm pretty sure you done some of these type of sketch pad before. And on the inside, let's open this up. These are some concept drawings that I've been doing. Now this character is named Contraption. It's basically just a big mess of a mechanical uh, mayhem, and it's something that I done in 2006. And like I said, it just basically I'll sit down and I'll just basically just start creating characters and just see where it goes from there. The next one is a character that I originally created for a video game entitled Rampage Robot Boxing. The character's name is TZ8809, and as you can see, this is what he would look like if he stood beside a person. And again, it's one of those characters I just basically just sketched out and start doing little illustration to show you how certain components want to work. You have all these mechanical arms that comes out of it, and then and when he's in shutdown mode, he looks like this, but when he's in active mode, he looks like this. Now, this is some of the characters that were taken from a screenplay Dawn of the New Age before the Dawn of the New Age 2 book. Now, these characters are still original, and they're all illustrations created by me, by hand. And this is the one in the middle that Stone the Man. Now, he was a mad scientist trying to improve the so-called human condition and the human body. And he was involved in an accident which basically just severed the lower half of his body. In a mad attempt, he wanted to regrow his legs, where he basically called cell regeneration. In the process, he basically grew himself a second pair of arms, so he got 4 arms and all. But he still wasn't finished with that. He tried another experiment, and he turned himself into a Stone the Monster. Now, this process was irreversible, and that's pretty much where he stayed until he went mad. And this is just another shot of him. Again, this is something that was updated in 2006. I think it was right around the time I first put up my YouTube page, in that time frame. But I've been writing and drawing way long before YouTube came along. Now, this is Ruby, Stone's wife. Now, she is totally hate her husband. She's embedded by hatred because she blames him for how she looks now, and a live fire that basically burned her over 95% of her body. The only thing was left was a neck and head up. Everything else was destroyed, and he built his body for her. And she got an embedded hatred towards him. And this is the mechanical body he built her. I mean, she doesn't feel like a woman at all because she's got no body, no legs. She feels like she's like a object. Over here, you see a back shot of it and a side shot. And like I said earlier, anytime I'm making a movie or doing short films or writing books or short stories, I like to be a part of every aspect of the story and the characters. I design everything, basically from illustration it up until get to the print or get to animation or shot. This is an upgrade from 2006 also. It says 2005, but actually it's an upgrade from 2006. At the time it was done. This is another shot of TZ-809. That's just another character on the other side. I'm just drawing out to see how it would look. Like the face of an ant. And this is just another quick illustration of myself, and at the time another female that's part of history now. These are just other quick illustrations. Now this is again a part of a video game that I wrote and finished, but so far I hadn't found anyone who was interested in developing it. Now this is a robot that I created named Frame. He looks like a skeleton, but you get this shield right here, and you get this sort of like a sword-like arm. It's right here. You got a jackhammer that comes out and tears his opponent to pieces like that. That's the background that I also illustrated. Right there. And it goes on and on. When you first start creating characters, you do little quick sketches. Now this right here is taken from the first Dawn of the New Age, before the Dragon People. This is a hovercraft that I illustrated out. Now this really was sketched out in 2005. It's the BX-1 hovercraft. And it's what the Inhumans use in Stone's swamp. This is one of the watchtowers that the hovercraft actually launches from. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of it in a fly out. And it'll be in the swamp on you in no time at all. Now, this is a concept drawn of the Inhumans. And it was done in 2005. These are just quick sketches that I've done that I want to give it really good possible. Now this is a character that's in my book. Again, he's Aaron. King of the Demons, and this painting right here is taken from the comic book that I actually illustrated. And what he is chained against is an energy absorbing stone that it absorbs both positive and negative energies and then neutralizes them. If he was a regular man, he wouldn't be able to be restrained. But since he's uh, an entity that lives within a human body, his powers is enhanced. So he have the ability to be stronger, faster, and have energy and powers that's beyond the human capability. And that's where this ancient stone comes in. It absorbs negative and positive energy and neutralizes it. That's why he's incapacitated. He's helpless, and he's been chained to this for 2,000 years. But in my book, he gets loose, and he goes after the ones, or the ancestors that originally put him in this predicament. These are some other drawings here from a video game entitled Rampage of Robotic Boxing. These are concept drawings and illustrations. It keeps what they do is it keeps me artistically inspired, and I got a very active imagination. What we're going to go back to now is the Dawn of New Age script, and this is the spectacular world of Dawn of New Age. And like I said earlier, I like to be involved in every aspect of it, even to the point to where I hope someday this becomes a live action movie. And that's what this picture's all about. Now you've seen these early on. I mean, this is a hand painting I done back in 1999 when I first came up with the idea to do Dawn of New Age. That's pretty much what I wanted to do. I mean, I pretty much paint to where I animate. If you look at some of my paintings and how my animations come out, it looks the same. Because I believe if you're truly creating something that's yours and yours alone, it should have a unique style to it. It shouldn't be a copy of anyone else's. It should be original. So this is all a painting. It looks pretty good for a painting that's a couple of years old. During 1999. Now you've seen this painting before. This is the lead character, Captain George B. Starr. Franklin Armstrong sketch. And you also remember these two characters, Aaron and his wife, Sabu the Witch. This is different stages of Aaron during his metamorphosis. When they first found him in the cave, he's going to look like this. Then he's going to turn into this guy. Then he's going to become almost human to a certain point. But he's going to metamorphose another time, and he's going to look like human, but his hand, the hand that was, if you go back to the very front, you see his arm right here. His arm is exposed. Like this is going to remain skeleton. He had to find a way to cover it up. Because that was exposed, and over 2,000 years, it just rotted and turned basically just a bone and dust, what it is. So this is him when he starts to come close to becoming human. That's his metamorphosis here. That's him in his mummy state, and him and when he started to become his actually his original form when he becomes the Demon King. And this is him almost human. And again, this is a quick illustration of him on the energy absorbing stone. This is a stone without him illustrated, but I basically just sketched it out again. I said, this is what it should look like. It's ancient computerization. You can see I want to try to get as old as possible because it's a couple hundred years old, a couple thousand years old, rather. And it's compared to modern times, it's a little primitive, but it worked. And when they computerized it, it enhanced the stone's ability to absorb negative and positive energy and neutralize it. So that's the energy absorbing stone that keeps Aaron imprisoned in his tomb. They kept him for 2,000 years until he was set free by some of his ancient followers. This is the early illustration of Stone the Man. This is still part of the story Dawn of New Age and Dawn of New Age Truth Dragon people. And all of these characters are in both of those stories, the screenplay and the book. There's a stone again, an early illustration of it. There's an early illustration of Ruby. I like the newer one better because she's a lot better designed, a lot more streamlined in the newer version. Now this is what's originally going to be the cover of the book, Dawn of the Dragon People. But at the time that I was looking for a good cover, this one wasn't in color. This one here was just basically drawn and inked, and I preferred at the time a color version, which is what it turned out to be, color version. That's what I wanted. But this is what I was looking at the very beginning, because at the time I was really into dragons. And I wanted this to be the cover at the beginning, but then I changed my mind and it became this one. But I still like this quick drawing though. And this is the illustration of the cannibals that you also find in the book. These are in the chapter of Pit of the Man-Eaters. And this is some of the illustration of the cannibals that I put in Easterj. And this is these I think I've done these back in 2003. And it still looks pretty good today. It stands up pretty good. It was a couple years later. These are the female dragon people. At the time I created these, I wanted a female of the dragon people that's ruthless, piggish, materialistic, and basically immoral. Would do anything to seize power and money. That's pretty much what I created when I created her. Matter of fact, this is a profile of her when I first wrote it out. It says the female dragon people are stupid, piggish, materialistic, and they have no morals. They spend most of their time either drunk or high on drugs. And that's pretty much what I wanted to create. A woman who had basically got no morals at all. She'll do whatever it takes to receive money, material things, and power. Now, these are some color illustrations. At the time, I was trying to come up with an idea to create a comic book. And that's Aaron standing there. These are a couple years old. Yeah. I think I done these right after I graduated high school, back in 1982. And I wanted to be a comic book type setting. That's what these characters look like at the time. As you can see, the illustration, it still stand up to today. I mean, it's still very, very colorful characters. You got Tabu the Witch, you got Tiamat the Evil Wizard, you got Bel-El the Demon Cyclist, and then in the background here you got Jackal the Headhunter. Now this guy is a traitor, and he wants Aaron dead. Here's Aaron again. It says arm exposed and rotted. This is him in his demon form. He's resurrecting these ancient soldiers that actually enslaved him in his tomb prison that he's in, and they died in his prison trying to keep him in him so he couldn't escape. So now he's basically resurrecting their bodies to serve him. Again, you got Tiamat the Evil Wizard, and Jackal the Headhunter. These are a later illustration of Brigetti. That's pretty much how she would look. And over there you got an illustration of George B. Starr in the background. You got the chameleon creature. Keep himself camouflaged in the trees. And that's another image of Jackal Headhunter and Bel-El the Demon Cyclist and Tiamat. And this is an illustration of a demon bat, one of Aaron's servants. These are vicious guys, huh? I mean, they will come down from the sky and tear you literally to pieces, just by him just waving and motioning his hand. side profile and profile of Tiamat the Evil Wizard. A facial front view of Tiamat the Evil Wizard. You got shoulder pads, you got a voice box, a breathing tube here, and you got the left side of his brain is dead, so he basically just built him a new brain and attached it. One of his eyes went blind, so he created him a new eye. He about to have a heart attack, so he built him a new heart. He about to have lung failure, he put new lungs in. So he's over 2,000 years old, so he's pretty much walking dead, but he got all the mechanical parts that keep him alive. This is another illustration of Tiamat. A quick sketch I done, I think around 2006 or 7, I think. He beat the together with him around.